Alrighty, hopefully this is on. Hello, YouTube. Um, I don't know. I'm just in and out. I haven't been on for a little bit a minute, but since I'm using these, damn, my little thing feel, y'all. As soon as I hit live, it feel. It was ghetto anyway. I gotta get it framed. But back there, right there, them right there say, let that shit go. And then right there, it's like a king. It got some type of scripture, Revelations something. But anywho, I am online late. Got up and fixed myself right quick. Checking out the news, updating the page. Um, seeing what's going on out here in these little streets or whatever. And also, I like to come and run my run on portrait instead of landscape. I be want to see how they work out sometime. Hold on 1 minute. Let me do a mic check. Well, it says it's running, so I'm gonna let it run. Mm, I had been seeing these different videos about you know what? No, I'm not gonna say that on my YouTube. I'm not gonna say that because I feel like if I say that, I'd be classified as a dumb dumb. I'd be definitely dumb. I tell you, I'd be Tim Pool dumb. I don't want to be that dumb. I don't mind being dumb. I just don't be Tim Pool, Tim Cass dumb. Whatever. I don't want to be that type of dumb. It's different levels to dumb. You remember that movie Dumb Dumb, Dumb and Dumber? You know, because you could be dumb, but then you could be dumber. And Tim is like dumber. I just want to be, dumb. I think. Anyway, hi. Let me adjust this. Mm, I have been chilling today. Um, if y'all are out there, make sure y'all keep in check on I'm saying, take your vitamins and stuff like that. Because the weather is changing, and it's like, I don't know, everybody like come down with some type of cold or something. I wasn't feeling that hot. Maybe like last week, I wasn't feeling that hot for a couple of days, and then my best friend, she got bronchitis, and then my best friend, she got bronchitis, and then who else? Yeah, my nephew, he got COVID, and then our brother, he been coughing. So it's just one thing from another to another. But take your vitamins. Take your vitamins, okay? And it's necessary. You already don't eat no real food, so at least take the vitamins. That's all I'm saying. Take your vitamins. I don't know. I like portrait. It's all right. Let me tell y'all what I do not like. This is what grinds my gears. What grinds my gears is that you eat a good cheeseburger with everything, no onions, some really good actual fries with some real salt, no no bioengineered food, or substance added into it, and you have a good strong Pepsi, which is like hits the spot, trickles your throat, and then you go after that good hot meal to go look for a lighter to go and light a cigarette just to top it off, the icing on the cake, and then your lighter doesn't work. So, if you're a smoker, which I know is that everybody tells us is bad, we know that, but that hurts our feelings. You know, you know, every time that hurts our feelings when it happens. Mm, you know, must say something about you going to go going to go smoke and then the lighter goes out. It's just wow. Especially in that specific moment when it's been doing right all day, even when you just playing with it and flicking it, and all of a sudden, in this specific moment when you need it the most, it is gone to glory. So anyway, yeah, that's that. So I came here to do that. I actually am going to I'm gonna join Discord, I guess. I don't be knowing like all these different social media sites and stuff like that. I'm actually finna get back into TikTok. Um, it's not to be anything um out of anybody else's way or not to be a part of things. It's just that you know, I realize that sometimes, I went through a lot of shit. I went through a lot of shit. And going through shit kind of it doesn't say necessarily change you as an individual, but it definitely gives you a different um standpoint on different things. It makes things different. And I know for me, things have just been different, but I'm coming back around to it because it is something this is something I want to do. So again, it's a part of the whole thing. Now I have to go and figure this out right quick, y'all, because I just don't know what's going on. I just don't know. I had watched this dude earlier. He was talking about oh, I can't say that. I forgot. I can't say that. Shit. I want to say it so bad, y'all, but I ain't gonna say that because I want to get in no trouble. I just hate that my sign fell. I ain't even mean for my sign to fall. My sign fell behind me. And it's a good sign too. I got this sign from Amazon. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We got out for a shop at Target. So I didn't go to Target. I got it off Amazon. But I think we was boycott Amazon at one time. I'm not sure. I gotta check back because we have meetings and stuff. Um, you know. But what I'm at it, I want to give a few people a little bit of advice. I'm gonna go back and chop this up later. Um, but if you don't mind, okay, you don't mind, I'm gonna go and fix my little sign. Okay, excuse my house today. I mean, it was okay. I had a decent day. I slept a little bit. However, when I got up and I went to go regather myself, I was my room is still kind of in chaos. I'm actually getting ready to start working on my studio room in my house, for YouTube stuff. So that's exciting. It's exciting. But yeah, y'all hold on. Mm. And then we're gonna talk about something for real. Oh Lord. Let me do this right here. Hold on 2 seconds. Y'all can hear me, but y'all can still hear me. If I fall, if you hear me fall, because I don't want to fall, like I'm not. Oh, I'm watching. Okay. Now. All right. All right. All right. All right. Hold on. Okay. Mm. See, I fixed it. What the hell? Okay. See, I fixed it. Yeah. See. Now we got this. Now I got to find this. And this is. See. I had got it off of Amazon's. And it says, you see? You see? Let that shit go. Why is it doing like that? Oh, maybe because I gotta change some around. Let me change it around. Some on my camera, I think, though. Let me go look right quick. It says mirror. Okay, let me look. Okay, now it said let this shit go. But actually, I like the mirror part because it's just better for me. But yeah, hold on, let me see. Go one more time so y'all can see my little thing. And I've had this sign now for a minute. I ain't never really used it. I used it in my last like little studio. Let that shit go. Okay. If you can't let it go, get you a sign that say let it go to be your daily reminder to let that bull shit go. All right. There you go. And how you doing? Okay, so much going on in the world today. Um, okay, so much going on in the world today. I was trying to find like different topics to go to start doing, but I haven't really found any just yet. Um, you know, I'm just I'm not. Oh, let me fix this. Okay, there we go. I think my balance is off. How I'm doing this balance. Let's see. I'm used to being the other way, but I do like how it says let this shit go. But I have been seeing everything about the of course we've all been talking about it too, the Somali community. I think I have to go back and actually delete one of my videos because I didn't understand something. But when you get in the fight and all I come from a very large family, so you get in a fight and everybody fight. You just swing and you don't give a damn who you hit. You may actually accidentally hit one of your own. But you just in the fight. So I think that's what I did a little bit. So I'm gonna go back and fix that. And apologize for that. However, um, you know, what Trump has said recently about them being garbage, and you know, everything else, it's not shocking. It's not shocking. I think I was telling my best friend the other day, I think what's so um just like shocking to me. mm, I don't know if I like that. This side angle. Hold on. Because it's aggravating me. Because I ain't used to seeing it like that. There we go. Okay, girl. Okay. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Well, girl. I look like, what the fuck going on? Um, well, yeah, like I said, it's not a shock. It is not a shock. You know. Um, this why it's how he's been speaking. He's been speaking like that. I mean, it's not no shock to me. So you know, is it racist? Yeah. Um, however, they brought it on themselves. And I think one of the things I want to talk about earlier, I am a avid and very much so. Fuck y'all. Fuck y'all. Yes, bye. It's bro. But I need to start seeing it's like I think one of my contacts messed up. So I'm gonna need both. I'm gonna go to the doctor because they sure been calling and texting. I just didn't them premiums going up and I'm scared to go to the doctor now. So I might end up with you know, eyelash. I can't do shit about it because I'm scared to go to the doctor. But anyway, they had been talking about it and stuff. So I myself, um, honestly, shockingly, you know, my best friend, she had a fit. Oh shit! Hold on, let me see. Sorry, y'all. Okay, there we go. My best friend had a fit because, for all times, I actually agreed with Trump. This time, I actually agree with him mainly because you know, the smaller community brought it on themselves. And as they say, hey, you voted for this. Um, it's some of the things I could say. I think I'm not in that mood just really go down that rabbit hole about it because everybody else to cuss their asses out. And I think when what do they say? Um, don't kick a dog while it's down. Oh shit. Okay. Again, that story earlier, right? Mm-hmm. Read that story earlier. Hold on. Hook y'all. Hook y'all. You gotta inhale 1,000 times to make sure it's like, thank you, Jesus, God. I'm so glad at least lit a candle. I'm so upset with myself. But anyway, they did bring this up on themselves, in my personal opinion. They did bring it up on themselves. Um, however, them, in that, oh, me no black. Me no black. Me no black. Me no black. I Somali or I Cuban or I Puerto Rican or whatever. I ain't no black. And I think that FAFO culture is just it's just astonishing to see. It's like I don't know. I think I'm not sure if it's just Earth or if it's just if I don't know if it's Earth or maybe the USA, could just be Earth. But I think because we float in the sky, right? We all actually, what's so crazy is we don't think about this. If you don't think about this, do you realize that we're actually on a ball floating in the sky, going really fast? Like I don't know sure if we're going really fast, but we're gliding through the galaxy. Kind of amazing in a way and scary. However, um, you know, I feel like we went down like this, not like the wrong turn road. Like I don't know. It's like the last like 2 or 3 weeks or whatever. I'm not sure what woke up. It's like we was all focused on um um Trump's usual rhetoric, whatever we just usual shit, and the Epstein files. We was all focused on the Epstein files. What was else going on 2 weeks ago? Um, now about I guess about 3 weeks ago, right before Trump let out the bag about you know the robbery and the stealing and stuff like that. It was like we was all on Epstein, and we was talking about something else. Maybe like Marjorie Taylor Greene had retired or something like that. I don't know. She was gonna, I don't know, bag out. I don't know. Something was going on else, but usual life stuff. And it's like overnight, I woke up. I became a little bit Republican. Most of everybody I knew did too. I heard a lot of black folks saying, get out of our country. Um, Amazing. Um, I seen black and white come together to fight one cause, just one group, and then I seen like all the other groups start complaining about one group. And then Trump get on TV and call them garbage, racist, um, and scammers. Two things, one thing can be true out the two. They are scammers, but not all, but most. And it's amazing, like to see, like we went through. I don't know. It's like we went into the upside down world or something out the blue. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? We went into like this. We went to the upside down or the sunken place or something because the Democrats turned Republican, the Republicans turned Democrat. The Epstein files got lost. Um, you know, I don't know. Just so much going on. So much. But anyway, needless to say about the Somalis or whatever. I'm gonna come back and do this in a minute because I have to restart. Because I'm gonna do my landscape because I'm gonna do it like this. Um, but yeah, Somalian people, if I'm saying it right, to be correct, I apologize if not. Tell y'all youth, or tell y'all youth. I think that's the problem. Tell y'all youth, this is America, and I think the last thing you want to do is just off of extra tensions. We don't have to go through all of that, but to be aware where you are. Okay, be aware where you are because I'm seeing so many of y'all youth get online. Alert y'all youth. You can't get online and antagonize and or be arrogant or be so just flamboyant about you know who y'all are, and some of y'all talking about Sharia law, and this land was promised to us 3,000 years ago. And even if it's just trolling, um I'm gonna give you a little advice coming from somebody born in the United States, a foundation of Black America. I'm gonna give you a little advice and living here. Don't do that. Yeah, don't do that. No, 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 no. Don't do that. You don't make fun of, like, I think because what you accidentally just did this time. I'm saying in my 30 some plus years of living. I think Somali people almost connected the black and the white for one cause. I mean, I don't know if it still might be happening, but it's been a collective, still separated with everything else, but a very much of a collective on Somali people, and which is also crazy because a lot of y'all are Muslim, and this shouldn't go to that. It's just a lot of history there, we know, but it shouldn't be because of that. But a lot of people are gonna make it about a lot of different things, and that's your religion and stuff like that. But I don't think you should try to enforce it or just be arrogant in the moment. Just my advice. Shut the fuck up. Be quiet. If y'all young kids, y'all kids over there on TikTok, y'all over here on you to the tube. I got that from Tabitha. I love Tabitha. But when y'all on the internet, understand that these are people, you talking about a lot of people online that some of their grandparents has fought in wars, or yes, a lot of our parents were, or our ancestors were enslaved, and we built the country and stuff like that. And then you're saying, oh, the immigrants, like, mm, if y'all can come over to after 1965, 64, after all the civil rights and all the other stuff was going on, after y'all get after that. So no, you know, no. You probably add on, it's like a plate. You go to a restaurant and you got the meat, you know what I'm saying? You got your main course, and then you got the sides. Y'all the sides, not the main course. Okay. Okay. It sometimes it just, you get what I'm saying. No need to go through that. But it's just not a smart idea for you all to make jokes, because the way that y'all are going about it, I I feel as though y'all gonna stir a pot that don't need to be stirred with y'all, because it's to the point where when you got Black Americans and white Americans all on the same path, majority, even a lot of Democrats, no matter what the media is showing, because the media is not showing the divisiveness, the division, what the Somali, they don't, on ABC, CNN, all these news sections, they're mostly praising and protecting the Somali community. And the thing is, they're not covering the real coverage, because if they know the real coverage, they'll know it's a lot of this, discord and arguments and just frustration amongst every community, white, Black, African, Jamaican, everybody. It's a problem with them. And that's how I know they're not really covering the real deal, because every time I hear something about on the news when it comes to this whole Minnesota thing and this and that, they focusing on Trump being racist. They're focusing that they're laying their hat on. It's a racist statement. Yes, it could be racist. However, two things can be true at one time. And we need to focus on the one part where it's fraud. Sorry. They hand got caught in the cookie jar. Now, if your kid's hand get caught in the cookie jar before dinner, what do? You smack the hand and say no. Because you got to teach them, not abuse, but you got to teach them, you know. So, no, they ain't got caught in the cookie jar. And it just gets me is that your people, because I mean clearly they all stand together. Um, I'm not sure who's leading them though, because they say they stick so much together, but I think they're divided amongst themselves because like nobody's having like a big conversation like, hey, shut up. Don't get in here talking about some this y'all land and because you don't want to do that. America ain't got a good history of people come. I mean, I don't think that none of them take history about America. None of them. Because if you just really, really knew America, not America, if you knew America, you wouldn't be saying that nothing was promised to you 3,000 years ago, or you being boastful, you being arrogant. Because Americans, Black Americans, white, foundational, whatever, baby, okay. Mm-mm. Read your history books. That ain't what you want. It just ain't. It just ain't. Especially when you when you getting people that are coming together, you know, on one accord, you know, on the same thought. Because like I say, like I agree, Ilhan Omar, she needs to be deported. She needs to be denaturalized, whatever you want to call it. She don't need to get no gold Trump card. She can keep. I know her net worth is through the roof. She went from $5 to 30 million overnight. Um, and that's okay. However, take your money and leave. You know, if I was so, I would have been gone, baby. I would be, baby. The day they caught me, I'm not finna stand. I'm not finna get on no platform, and this white man is president, and I'm gonna start boasting and point. Child, you have lost your motherfucking mind. Ilhan, like, don't do that, girl. You crazy. Mm-mm. I'm praying for Ilhan, but she needs to. She does. She needs to go back. It's not any shade. Not being mean. Not being rude. You may make my own personal video on it, my next video, but she needs to go back. She needs to go back. Something it's just being real, not trying to be because I'm a star Democrat. Trump turned me Republican for about 2 days there. Um, but needless to say, right is right, wrong is wrong. But something in the buttermilk just ain't clean. Something ain't clean. And on top of it too, when you got a whole lot of communities saying that this one community is mean as fuck, everybody. I mean, even though Black Americans found FBA is not really fucking with Africans and Jamaicans and stuff like that, we all got our own little, dysphoria or whatever they want to call it going on. You know. Um, but when all of them saying they don't like, everybody agree that we all don't like you. That is not good. Not a good look. Somebody ain't leading somebody. I don't know what Allah or Umar y'all talking about over there, but he ain't got good teachings. Cause you had good teachings, baby. Okay. You've been told your folks, listen, we gonna lay low. hmm And then I know y'all seen the video of the guy that went viral for talking about what he was saying. He was saying like, that Black Americans, FBAs, that we don't know who our fathers are, this and that. He would just, and this is in your teachings. And then now people went back and found this and it's being displayed everywhere. It is not like sometimes you can't record everything in your church. That's how Kim Barrel, I said Kim Barrel, the barrel, not barrel, barrel. She's shaped like a barrel, not barrel. Kim Barrel, that's how she got tangled up into like a lot of different stuff because a lot you sometimes when you saying so everything doesn't need to be said on cam, even for me. Now I ain't got shit. Okay. Now maybe when I get something, maybe but more than likely I won't. More than likely I won't. I'll probably get canceled maybe twice if I ever get out there. I get canceled by twice. But I come back. I'll tell you, I come back like roaches that had laid eggs. Sure will. I come back like Candace Owens after Charlie Kirk. I will come back on you. Okay. Don't play with me. But um, just all those things are just, just things that's kind of like suspect. So, you know, um, I'm not gonna say I'm praying for them because that would be a lie. If I'm saying I'm praying for the smaller community, I'm not. They don't want our prayers. That we don't. They don't. No. And then I had seen, just like going over the shit. Then I had seen this other video where this man was crying about not being able to be with a little girl because they got some type of marriage thing over in Somalia. I don't know, something like that, where they can marry kids. hmm I think the age limit now is like 9 or maturity, or whatever. And I say to that, use a nasty MFer. Use a nasty MFer. If you ever thought that was something that'd be right, I don't get that. And then you serve. This is who y'all serve. I don't know. It's so much there, but that's not my culture. It's not my religion. Of course, I say we don't have culture, but honey, we got culture, and I know that ain't part of it. But I see what's part of y'all's. hmm hmm Something in the buttermilk ain't clean when you got old men online crying about little girls. You can't marry her, so I'm crying. I can't marry her. What is going on? Like it was a big thing. Child, I thought the internet was lying to me. I'm so tired of the internet. I'm gonna sue the internet. I'm gonna end up suing the whole damn internet. I'm just gonna sue the internet. Show Leo. That's crazy though. Yeah. I was like, what the fuck? hmm But yeah, we gonna, you know, good thoughts, good hopes. I ain't gonna say prayers because they don't pray, but good hopes. Good hopes. And I think now if you know nothing else, you're black. Okay. And when you go to a country, I heard O'Shea Duke saying earlier, about even him traveling, him saying whatever he was saying. But you don't go to another country and you bring your old country's culture or demands and enforce it on, and it is so backwards. But the problem is that America, we let them get too comfortable. This is my opinion. We let their ass get too comfortable. Hell, America turned black for a minute because black folks. Well, I'm gonna say why I say that because black people, we forgive everybody. We forgave everybody. We forgive our slave masters. We forgive our friends. We forgive our ragged ass, you know, whoever, mates and parents for drama, and we forgive the churches for robbing us. We forgive everybody, okay, except homosexuality. You can't you can't. Won't forget that, okay. You could have underlined a couple of people. Maybe got maybe one or two assault files, but not one with the homo shit. Won't forget that. But we forgive everything else. We forgive. But when I was like America, we all became black people because we just started forgiving everything fast. Y'all know if you get my drift, you get my drift. But anyway, um, you know, I hope that people that understand they get what exactly. I hope they get what they voted for. You know, and Ilhan need to get her crooked ass back on across that border. She does. She's so Somalian in America. And then on top of it, I seen the other day. Child, let me tell you something. This how you know. I understand why I see some white people mad, but when I don't know what the news been on, because the news ain't showing the truth. I love the View, but even the View has been wrong. Okay, the okay, the View, the eyes are crossed on the View. But what gets me is that um you know just hearing the different things. And this other thing I heard was they had hung a flag, a Somali flag at one of the schools. They hung a I'm starting to agree with and I'm starting to agree with I think Candace or something like that. Maybe it got to be white liberal women. Why it got to be white liberal women? Because I don't know no black no I don't know no black one. Um and I don't know any redneck white woman um that would immediately do that. But you if you want if you won't hang the Juneteenth color flag, you have an attitude with that, but you're okay with the Somalia flag, but you upset about a Juneteenth flag, and you don't see the difference in the two, and how one is really America and the other one is not, and you still say, "Oh my, something is wrong." Go back and read history. Read your Constitution. Read something. God damn it, read something. Mhm. But anyway, so yeah. So anyway, let me go over this part. Then I'm gonna have to restart. I'm gonna take the glass back off. I don't know. I gotta take this gonna take out maybe. Oh, now I can see better a little bit. It's acting crazy. I think I need to put some solution into something. Anyway, let me go back and to do my next sound check and make sure I am on. Every now and then I get viewers or whatever. I get views, but I'm trying to learn to do something a little different. Thank you for the hearts. Okay. Now don't judge me, because I want you to let this shit go. Okay, I want you to let this shit go. This is just my thought. Okay. I want to go over right quick the importance of we finna go over this now. Listen, I don't want anybody to get mad. You get mad at your mama. Don't get mad at me. I want to go over the importance of hygiene. hmm Hold on, my eye itch. My eye itching, baby. That eye cutting up, baby. Mm. Mm. Ooh, it's cutting up. Hold on, let me get reset. I'm gonna go over that. Then I got to restart because I got a lot of stuff to do. So I got a little sleep, and I'm really, really, really a night owl sometimes. So I think at first when I first started doing it, I and on top of it too, I don't know how to go in. Oh shit! I think I did something wrong too. Okay, there I go. Oh, okay. So anyway, um, my own girl texted me and said, "Hey, I see you're online, sleepyhead. Shut up. I know. I know. I know. I know." But yeah, let me smoke this first, and then we can go over that. Then we can go over that. Okay. Then we can go over that. Then we can go over that. Hopefully, y'all having a good day. I don't know why the hell y'all would be up anyway if y'all are up. I got my Discord today though. Yay. Sure the hell did. I got a Discord today. I gotta learn how to plug this shit up. In fact, let me go see. Is it in here already? I gotta go see if it's in here already. Cause it says add channels. Okay, now let's see. Does it say a Discord anywhere? Mm, I wonder what it look like anyway, y'all. No, not automatic. I see Rumble. Um, I see Twitch. I see Kick. I don't see the Discord one. I don't know. I gotta go back and set it up. I know I got. I don't know how to use it at all. Okay, so. Mm-hmm. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Oh my. Let me on. Help me stand. You got the majesty. I don't like I got these headphones now. I can hear a little bit better. You got the majesty. Mm-mm-mm. You got the majesty. Don't forget the story about the lighter. That's a fucked up story, but it's such a true story. Okay, so since my eye feel better now, Jesus. Okay, let's go over a few things. Okay, all right. Welcome. Let's go over hygiene. Hygiene is very, very important on many different levels. This goes all the way from a baby all the way to geriatric. I can't think of the word we use, the big word, but yeah, from a baby's ass to an old's ass. Rules all apply. Um, because I'm starting to think that some of these new age parents didn't teach y'all how to properly wash your ass. And nobody ever told you the proper way to do it. And sometimes it's not your fault that you don't know how to properly do it. And it's not to be funny. Seriously, I'm dead serious. You can tell I'm dead serious. Um, but sometimes like you just don't know, you know. But hygiene is very, very important. I don't want to go over it specifically um each sex. I'm just gonna speak in general, okay, for everyone, you know. If you're able bodied and you have the activity of your limbs, thank you, God. Mhm. So let me tell you why, because sometimes people forget. Okay, okay. So let me tell you why it's important to brush your teeth. Okay, some people don't, because I don't know. Sometimes you know you so focused on the video game, or you're so focused on whatever else, or you whatever, and you're missing key points, and it's okay. Um, it's not only good for your health. Okay, it is really good for your health. Okay, it's really good for your health. Also, it's good for the smell from when people talk to you. You know, if you see that sometimes people don't like to engage, or when you go to talking, a lot of people kind of like walk away, or you could be telling a story and people face kind of like, but you sometimes and you think it's a story, but sometimes it's not the story. And you have to do that daily, you know, especially if you smoke cigarettes. Okay. And also, when you get later on in life, closer to 40, your teeth are still white. And you still have them, you know. So that's one part of that. So you do want to make sure you have mouth health. Flossing, I know I'm not a big flosser. I have to get into it. I'm not a big flosser, but flossing is always important as well too. I try to floss at least once a month. I try to get in just floss, but I brush my teeth every day. But I try to floss. But flossing is really good because you know you have like food and stuff like that in between your teeth, so you want to get in between there. You want to clean in between those teeth. Okay, so brushing your teeth every day is good. Okay, because say for instance you in a relationship with somebody and you grown. Sometimes you get a relationship and you get comfortable, and your mate don't want to tell you the truth no more because they love you so much. But see, my mama, sometimes she was a mean son of a bitch, and but she was bluntly honest, and I love her. I love her to death for it because see, like she tell me sometimes love hurts, and sometimes love is truth. Okay, and sometimes your breath be funky. Okay, and if your breath is funky, it's good for you. Like once you get up to make sure that your teeth are brushed because this might cause your mate or your significant other, whoever you with, to not want to always kiss you. So sometimes if you know you get in the beginning of a relationship, you always in the beginning you always make sure your teeth brush because you make sure you might end up kissing or you always got that spray. We used to have that spray. We just had that spray. Go get the spray again. Get some Tic Tacs. Okay, it's the holidays. You're gonna be around certain people, and you don't want everybody going back and saying, because sometimes the topic be in the cousin groups is how bad your breath stink. But if your breath smell like that all the time, it could be something wrong on the inside part, and you need to go and get that looked at. So before the holidays, call one of your ghetto cousins. Don't call me because I'm gonna tell you the truth. But call somebody that's honest with you, that love you for real, and say, "Hey, do my breath stink?" Because but if because but if you brush teeth, you don't, if you got a doubt, that's the problem. If you don't have a doubt, and it's not, you don't, you know, so it could be that. So get that looked in, So yeah, and then it's cold outside. See, what we want to do is as black people. I can't find it. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Okay, I found it. Hold on. Oh, okay, hold on. So it's cold outside, right? And since it's cold outside, you want to have something to help fight this inclement weather. You want to help some you out. You want to help some with you being outdoors. And one thing, if you're gonna be out there and look for people to look at you, and you have full lips, not Botox lips. I don't know about Botox lips. I don't know about people. I don't know about fellas. I don't know about that because I don't know how they'll act throughout the year. The lips can be different in each season. I don't know that. Talk for people that got regular lips like me and you. So you got to make sure you keep you a little Vaseline or a little what they call it, Carmex. You want to keep you some Carmex around because you keep some Carmex around. So you want to do that. So then you want to make sure after you get done brushing your teeth and you get some to rinse out your mouth. Okay, you're gonna rinse out your mouth all the time too. Now it's okay. Sometimes you can be broke and you got all you can rinse about as long as you brush and you jiggle that water and that goggle it out and you spit it at least like brush your teeth. Okay, good. Brush your teeth. But make sure your breath smell good. Okay. Um. Now sometimes you can get your whole bag. Now don't ask me why I got this. I got many bags like this, and I always got something ready because you never know when God is. The Bible says, "Be ye also ready." So I'm always ready. So don't ask me about this bag. But anyway, you can have your little bag to the side, and you also gonna have like your little mouthwash in there. Now this is good as well too. Now sometimes before you go ride down Bissonnette, you go ride down Lamar. If you in Memphis or you in Houston, you know what street that is. hmm Even some of those young ladies want to smell fresh breath. And ladies, you want to also have that in your bag as well. No matter what you're doing with your mouth. This right here is good. Something good and it kills bacteria. I don't know if the young baby told you, but this kill bacteria. Okay. You want to have that in your bag. You want to have it in your bag. And then you also want to have you on the side while you out there, baby. It's this every day. It's when you go somewhere. Now, if you got a copper, it's one of these back CD car. Have you a little toothbrush. Because again, let's go back to what we talked about earlier. Brushing your teeth. Okay. So it's gonna be a good thing. So it's always good for you. That's what I'm saying. I ain't trying to make fun. I just want to keep you safe. That's all. Have you some wipes. Now I ain't gonna say this ain't for the ladies because ladies are usually I don't know. I'm not gonna say because I always say it wrong. I've learned they wipe totally different than men do. I mean, of course they do. Um, because of course gay men wipe. I don't know about straight men, but I know we all wipe our ass. But women wipe differently. I think they wipe front. I don't know front to back. I don't know. They ain't my business. Shut up. I'm gay. Anyway, but men, you want to also make sure you got wipes with you or whatever, or but ladies over here too, because you always want to make sure that you wipe your ass. And we finna go to that next section too. Let me find me a cigarette if I go to the next section. So get your pen and paper. You want to take notes of that section right there we just went over. Okay. You always want brush your teeth. Have you a toothbrush. You know, you make sure you wanna keep your teeth in your mouth. Okay. Everybody can't afford. Everybody can't. We poor people. Most of us can't afford veneers. I can't afford no veneers. I gotta keep what I got. I already lost some. Ain't your business how. Okay. So let's go. We got that did. Now we got that. Now, okay, we went over there. Now in between, now in this intersection, in this middle of this was waiting bar. Okay. You want to make sure. Let me see. Let me see, cuz. Let me tell you something else. You gotta make sure I always keep you to smell good too. We gonna say that for last. We want to go through the whole thing. We're gonna start. We start with the mouth. We want to go to this hygiene. Now, for all the young men, um, um, ladies, I'm not gonna say nothing because it's not my place to say nothing to y'all, baby. Um, even though I'm gay, but hold on, let me do that. See, I lost step because just it's step by step. Back to we're gonna rewind. We're gonna rewind. We'll rewind. Let Uncle rewind. Now, back to the mouth. Cause my ex, God rest his soul, he's telling me all the time, make sure you wash your lips. Now we're gonna get to that, but make sure you always wash your lips. However, like I said, you brush teeth, you want to make sure you can have something to put on your lips. Cause see, you wanna mm, you wanna be kissable. Kissable. Kiss. Kiss me. You wanna be kissable. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Cause the time you walk around and your lips are dried in the concrete on Lamar and Night Arnold. So you don't want to be that dry, especially in June or especially February either. Okay. But anyway, yeah, keep your lips, or you don't want to keep your lips oiled up. Is what you want to do that too, especially in the wintertime. Because sometimes I'm not sure how y'all mamas raised you. Back in the day, how you could tell when people had they mama, they had a real mama. Cause baby they was greased up from top to bottom. I mean, just agree. I used to go to buy. I mean, you could fry chicken off the grease that was off my damn head. My mom, you could fry chicken and probably get you a little glaze, put a little butter on your biscuit too. All the grease that was on my face. But that's a, your skin's gonna soak it in, especially in the wintertime. You want to do that so it can soak in. Cause sometimes you be out there and I see y'all young folks, y'all be out there, your pants sagging and you think you're clean, but then your lips real cracked up, real dry lips, real mouth real dry, lips real dry. It is not a good look because sometimes they go to you go to sometimes y'all lips be thick. And y'all be some handsome. Y'all be some handsome. Even girls too. Sometimes most girls, but especially with the young men, it ain't gay to put some Carmex and because you keep it keep your lip gonna split. That's how dry it is. You want to do this. So keep you some Carmex around if that's what you do. That ain't gay. Okay. They make everything gay these days, but we gonna unclassify some things as gay because it's not. That's just it should be in the bylaws of just keeping your ass clean book. The book about keeping your ass clean. It should be in that book. It ain't gay to keep your ass clean. Now let's move on. We got the mouth now. Now what we were doing? What we was doing? Oh, okay. Yeah, we was doing. Okay, we going on. Now we can go to the shower and then we could be done. Cause I gotta restart this live anyway. It's late. I got to restart the live. Hold on, I got stuff to do. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm missing something. Okay. Now we finna go to the best part. No, not the best part. Really, it's just the part that concerns me the most sometimes. 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 Ooh, girl, I hate this. Girl, I hate it. Okay. Hold on. Okay. Anyway. Um. Okay. Next step. Next step. Next step. Next step. Next step. Next step. So now let's go. I'm gonna chop this up, y'all. Let's go over. Okay, nephews and nieces and cousins. Let's go over um showers. Okay, we could do baths another day. Baths are very different because everybody do. Because most of us don't take baths. Like I have a bath. I do have a bathtub. I take a bath like really just in a bath, like maybe like once every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, maybe. But I'm more of a shower person because I'm, always running. But you don't. The goal is make sure you can get your ass clean. So let's go over showers. Okay. So sometimes people don't. They didn't tell y'all exactly how to take showers. Sometimes they didn't tell you. It's okay. But I'm here. I'm gonna tell you today. Shit, y'all, I hate this. I'm telling you. You know what I did? Again, the story about the lighter. If I get one more Indeed thing, I'm gonna scream. I gotta go do what you calls Indeed thing anyway. And another one. Okay, so mm, now let's go over our shower routine. So I'm not gonna cover, you know, I'm not gonna cover too much about the women because from what I've been told, from what I understand, that is not my place, and I'm not gonna do that because I don't want to get cussed out. My best friend and my little sister, my homegirls, they keep me in line. I'm a gay man, but I understand that I can still have misogyny or a bias or something like that. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm not gonna get too deep. We're gonna speak in general, but I do want to speak specifically to some of the young men out there. And this is not being gay. So I'm not sure because now before I start this, a lot of people have turned a lot of the young folks and turned hygiene into homosexuality. hmm Yep, they did. And I come to tell you that mm, that is not true, and neither of them have nothing to do with each one another. Nothing at all. They're two separate things. Um, and I hate that for y'all because sometimes y'all walk around sagging in your drawers, um, stank. And I just want to come give you some tips on what to do. Because sometimes people call the conversation like that gay, and it's not a gay conversation. I don't be getting it. I don't get it. I don't get it. People, man, these young folk make everything gay. I mean, girl, if you keep your hands clean, that's gay. Your feet clean, that's gay. Your pants pulled up, that's gay. You know. Oh, you cool with your ex or family, that's gay. Everything is gay these days. I'm not sure who making these newer rules, but don't listen to that shit. Okay, if you meet a person like that on either side, say fuck them. Something wrong with them. You can't fix that. Okay, you can't fix or you know something that's broken on the inside. They ain't gonna do with you. Okay, anyway, let's go on to hygiene because it's important for me. Okay. hmm Uncle want to tell you, some of y'all stink. You walk around sagging and y'all wearing all these sweaters and clothes and all that, and it's not no shade to you. I know you love your sweater. I know you love your hoodie, but you have to bathe and you have to wash the damn hoodie. All right, you got to wash the damn hoodie. You got to wash it, nephew, niece. You got to wash the hoodie. You know, you make sure your mama or if you getting grown, you start to get grown, you gotta be able to wash your clothes. Women love good smelling shit. Go get you some good Gain or some Tide and wash that hoodie your ass been in for 3 days. Okay. Now let's get to the shower thing. Now we ain't gonna go over bath because that's a whole other thing. I don't want to go through. There's too much going on, too much. It's like a me day. for short reference. Um, yes, the common rule, young folks, young men, young women, generally for us, we must shower every day. Now, sometimes people get away with it because sometimes people work from home. They shower every other day, however they do it, but they're really clean people. So, summertime they bathe. It's a thing of that. And if you don't have that routine of doing that, that's a problem because you need to bathe your ass, and wipe your ass. Okay. Now before you get in the shower, if you do have to use the restroom to relieve yourself, young men, it is not gay to wipe in between your ass. Okay. I'm not sure if Waukesha baby told you that shit. Okay. I'm not sure who told y'all. You know what I'm saying? Now some of your friends they keep their ass clean, but that's a different story. I ain't gonna tell you about that. I'm gonna tell you about that another day. Now some of them keep theirs clean, but for different reasons. But you not want to wipe yours is a problem. You have to do that, nephew, because see, what you do is you smoke all them cigarettes, smoking all that weed, you smoke all them blacks, and your nose stopped up, and you ain't showering right, so you don't smell stuff. It is just truth because taste your taste and your smell all connects right here with your mouth and your nose and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So back to number one, why it makes sense. You gotta brush your teeth, keep your mouth clean, and then you got the shower because you want to make sure you all up, like, you got smoke, like you can go wipe stuff and you got smoke on it, same thing for your nose and all of that, right? So you can't smell the same. So sometimes you don't even smell your own ass stinking. And you think you clean and everybody, and you stink. Because if you put cologne, like my mama used to tell me, if you put cologne on top of funk, it's just extra funk. You can't put cologne on top of funk. It don't smell right. It smell sweet and unsavory. I don't know. Smell like pickles, potato chips, and Dolce and Gabbana. It is not a good combination. So you make sure you don't do that. So you make sure so in those instances, it's not. And when you go in to go to wipe your ass, sometimes you get you some flushable wipes. Now I say this. You want to make sure your ass really clean, because especially when y'all like to sag. If you a sagger, listen, this ain't no homo, nothing like this. Some of y'all young folks you like to sag. You like your ass out. That's y'all business. Okay. I ain't never been to that part. I don't give a damn. I don't like to sag. I know some of y'all do. But especially when like to sag, you keep, regular toilet paper is always, good. But if you at the house, get some flushable wipes. Because when you're sagging, and you sagging, okay, it's a style that y'all have. If nothing else, we gotta make sure your ass clean. If you get in the wreck, you get shot, anything happens to you, get to the hospital, the first thing the nurse is gonna go back then, the CNA's they're gonna run to the break room and say how cute you was, but then on the other side they're gonna be saying his drawers was dirty as hell. You know what I'm saying? And that's why this is always important. So don't let that be classified to you as being gay because you gotta wipe. It's a hygiene thing. If all it's to the point where, okay, let me take it. You know how some of y'all watch P Hub, okay, or whatever, X, and then video, whatever. So if you, I'm gonna say something because some of y'all are connoisseurs of that, right? I'm not gonna say what business I work in, but I'm gonna tell you something that I could tell you this. You could tell when a person doesn't regularly do it because they skin would in the back, it'll have a skin, but it'll have a dark color in, but like a dark, and I say they don't. Mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. You don't want that. Listen, wait, you got light skin girl. She got mm. If you got light skin boy, and you see that mm. 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 Why your cheeks this color, but then you got a mm. It's like a street, like a line in the street. Mm. Mm. That's a sign. Kick the dirt. You know what I'm saying? So you want to do that. So you don't want that look in the image either. So do that. Okay, wipe between your ass. And get all of it. Okay. I hate to be very transparent, but just being real with you. Listen, don't get your ass up off that damn toilet until ain't nothing on until ain't nothing there to wipe no more. Okay, give them half of just what gay say it is. Goddamn it. If you feel like they gotta be gay for you, you gay for yourself for a day or every day, whatever. It's your beating, but guess what? Your ass clean. Okay. Now, last thing but not least, before I get off of here, we want to make sure y'all go on and get a shower. So we can go over this real fast about going how you gonna take a shower. So, all right, listen, I can't go over the girls too much because again, that ain't my business. I'm gonna stay in my lane. I'm saying for the young folk, especially for the young men. Okay, like I said, you know, you want to make sure you take a shower. Like I said, now when you get in there, make sure the water hot. And I want you to get your ass in there. Okay, I know you stubborn, but this is gonna take up about 10 minutes of your day. If it's fast, 10 minutes a day. Sometime if you be out there running with your friends, do two. This is 10 minutes. This is 10 minutes, nephew. 10 minutes. Okay, 12 at the most. Okay, that is not gonna kill your day, and it makes you feel so much better, and it gets all the smut, all the cigarettes and weed stuff are kicked up. All that comes out is coming out your pores at that. So make sure you get the water good and hot, not too hot where it's called you, but good enough for you getting and wash your ass down when you get in there. And that some people might be laughing. It's not funny because let me tell you something. The reason why I say this is because I work with kids for a long time. Mm-hmm. Excuse me. Oh shit. Excuse me, my glasses. Damn. If y'all haven't heard this live, if y'all missed this and y'all get a chopped up version, okay, if you're getting a chopped up version to understand the story about the lighter. Anyway, I work with children that had like CPS and disgruntled youth or behavior youth or homeless youth. I work with a range of youth for long periods of time, and a lot of times they go through just so much of a struggle in life that people would just never imagine. Sometimes kids go through more stress if you don't know. Sometimes kids go through more stress than an adult will. Seriously. So you got to be careful, of how you treat the little ones because they really can stress more than you if you don't know that. So, you know, sometimes in situations and they and they'll come say, Tank, da 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 da, and this kid, and this, they say, oh, and they make fun of their hygiene. And the thing is, they probably just know how properly to do the hygiene, So I've had to be in situations many times where like went over the process of like doing the hygiene, and so let me pass this down to you too, because it's not to make fun of it. I'm gonna take jabs, but hey, what the fuck else do I do? Okay. When you get in there, get you some good soap. I recommend you ain't got to be, if you make your little money, have you get your little money, this could be sufficient. And these are all indicators when you meet a woman or you'll meet your significant other. These are all signs that you are able to take care of yourself. Because these are sometimes people other, people that really raise their children. They look at these things, and then sometimes you trying to figure out why a motherfucker won't even deal with you, all because they just know, like, damn, he ain't brushed his teeth in 3 days. Well, I'm gonna date him. They can tell, you know. You got cake butter on you. You ain't pay no mind. You think you fine. No, 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 no. You're not, or you have a stench and you don't know because, you got dreads and, your hair is, it's holding a smell because, these are all things you don't want to try to make sure you did. Okay. We'll go over hair another day because hair's, but, when you get in the shower, I always say this. Now, when you get in the shower, I'm going to give you an example. Okay. So, okay, example. Me, I took a shower, baby, like 2 hours ago, something like that. So I threw this towel out because I got it's for my dirty things. Now, this is a white rag. Okay. Now it's not gonna be black unless I actually go wipe it up, ashes and dust and shit like that around me at the minute because I want to throw dirty clothes. However, this right here, when you get in the shower, this in the beginning, this is a towel. Okay, this is a face towel. In the beginning, this is a towel. in the beginning. Now this becomes two things. This becomes two things. This becomes two things while you in the shower. It's a towel, then it's a rag. Okay, you hear me? It's a towel, then it's a rag. Okay, do you know why? Okay, so before we start, everything head to waist, it's a towel. Okay, because how we finna go over this whole thing with the shower, we want to go head to toe. You want to go toe to head, or you don't want to start middle and or middle to you know to toe back to head. No, no, no. We always anytime take the shower, we want to go head to toe. Okay, and this is why you're gonna top section towel, bottom section rag. Okay, so when you start, make sure you get you some good soap. Like I said, you can go get you some good, get you some good Axe soap. Now, I would recommend get you some good Irish Spring. Now, I mix mine. Get you some good Irish Spring soap. Okay, get some good Irish Spring soap, and then you like that liquid body wash. I like it too. Get some Axe or whatever you like, or some cheap. The goal is to make sure that your ass is clean. Okay, that's what Uncle want to make sure. But in that process, you can have all different types of whatever, like whatever, but get you a good bar soap too. They get bar soap, so when that water hot, you want to you know rub the towel, get to make sure everything hot. You want to make sure you wash your face. When you wash your face, you want to make sure you wash under your eyes as well. Then you gotta don't put the water on your eye now. Don't do that. You're gonna be in there, you're gonna lose focus. You're gonna get out fast. I need you only 10 minutes. Okay, you want to wash your forehead, you wash your face, wash your right here. You want to wash right there, wash your nose. Want to wash your cheeks. You want to screw. Wash your neck. You gotta wash your neck. You see how I'm chocolate. Okay, now I'm chocolate, but I'm chocolate all like one color chocolate. A little faded, but I'm dark. Now sometimes you see light skinned people and but they necks are way darker, or whatever. So you want to make sure that you know, like sun thing, but you want to make sure that pretty much it all kind of matches. Okay, so washing your neck is important, but you're gonna wash your face real good. If you got hair, if you got dreads, we go over the other day. But if your hair is freshly did, put it up in the bun, tie it up. Make sure it don't get too wet because this is money getting paid. But if you got a bald head like me, you gonna just go in there. If you got like a low haircut, you want to go in there. All that, stop putting all that paint shit in your head. See what that paint stuff gonna do. You gonna end up finding out 10 years down the road they had a defect, and you ain't gonna have no hair, and you gonna have no hair on your balls neither. So you gotta be careful with that paint. Don't put that paint shit in your head. Wash your head. Shampoo. Start your head. Wash. And when you washing, as you going washing your whole head, like I said, your face part. While you wash it, clean out your ears. You don't want to, go on that ring. You want to go all up in that ring on your ears. Get that ring to your ears. Wrap around on the outside ring. Make sure all the earwax. Go back and rinse the towel off because now you got dirt. You want to rinse the towel off. Go back and get that soap. That you can start. Now you can start putting in like the liquid stuff in there. But mix together. You can go back in. You can go wash. Now you want to make sure you wash again twice, at least twice. Okay, we're gonna do twice. Ain't gonna take it too fast. Do twice. And you want to wash behind your ears. Okay. Reason by this, my mama used to trick me, and it made sense when I got to be an adult. She said, people hug, you ain't taking no good shower, and I'd be like, why? She be like, because I just hug you, I can smell your ear behind your ear still stink. I'd be like, what the fuck, mom? Why my behind my ear stink? Cause get behind your ear stink. You ain't taking no good bath. You ain't taking no good bath. I'm like, damn. And, now I'm grown. I get it. Because if you ever like, let me tell you something. If you ever take your finger and wipe behind your ear like that and then smell it, okay? Listen, my mom, okay, hygiene is my mama, her number one thing. She gonna teach you. That's how you know. So that's why when you're in the shower, you're gonna wash behind your ears. Okay, wash behind your ears. Take them earrings off and wash your earlobes and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta try how you drew on. You're not going to the shower for a competition. You going to the shower to cleanse yourself, to make yourself feel good.
So now you doing it, you're gonna make sure you wash your arms, make sure you get your back, wash your arms really, really good. Now, again, this is still a towel. As you're doing your arms, you're gonna do your arms, you let the water rinse off, go back and forth on your arms a couple times, wash your elbows, wanna get your elbows, and then you want to wash under your arms real good too. Make sure you re-lathering the towel back and forth as you're doing this. Okay, you wash on your arms and your arms, washing your chest. Okay, wash your chest, wash your nipples off, same thing, clean your chest, clean your stomach, okay, clean your back. If you gotta go like that behind your back, swap over, go to the other back, wash your back much as you can. Okay, you don't need to come in and wash your back for you. Wash your back a little bit if you want to. You want to be fancy, go get you one of them long little things put in the shower. But right now, it's for the broke people that ain't got that. We just want to get them to where they got to go. Okay, so now we're done with this top part. You washed all that. Now, if you want to go back and do it again, that's great. But if you don't, we still good. So okay, now what you want to do is you want to start getting this towel ready because we are finna go into the deep lands of now this towel is turning into a rag because we're not going back up. We don't want to mix face and ass. Okay, my mom taught me that you want to mix face and ass. So we we going down. So now this is turning into a rag. So when you're going to start, you want to wash your legs first. I recommend you wash your legs first. Wash your legs. People say, yes, you're supposed to wash your legs. Okay, you wear all them different clothes and stuff like that. Wash your legs. Okay, wash your legs. Sometimes I ain't gonna say that. Just wash your legs. Okay. Now, this is my recommendation for the young men. You gonna come back up now. You wanna wash that because it's a rag. So you can go anywhere now with this rag now because you're at the bottom. You're at the bottom. Now I don't. Well, you can't go anywhere. You want to go to feet. I don't know. I got me on my feet type of thing. Like feet is always last for me. Okay, so you want to pick up. Everything is in there. You want to go and pick. If you in the shower, you can stand your leg up. You want to really wash and clean. Make sure it's really soapy. Okay, you want to go back in between your ass. Okay, and I want to take that towel. I want you to wash. Okay, really good in between all crevices and stuff. Anywhere it's a curve and you want to clean. Okay, you want to wash. Okay, this is not gay. This is no homo. Okay, this is just a regular hygiene thing that you need to know. This. Okay, it's not because some people make fun of it, but it's not funny. Okay, because you walk around smelling and the people they behind your back making fun of you. And the thing is, you just really didn't know how to really genuinely just like to do it, the right way, and it's okay. Cause again, it be people got because I mean, sometimes a woman can't teach a man everything, but mamas can teach. They can teach hygiene. Not saying they can't, not, but sometimes certain circumstances leave people in different situations. So, anyway, yeah, you want to wash now. Ladies, close your ears and mind your business. Young men, now it's a conversation I want to have right quick before I get done. It's called the cut and uncut. If you know what that means, you know what it means. If you don't, I'm so sorry. But listen, this is a thing you have to be able to that clean um clean that area appropriately. Now if you are circumcised, you could pretty much just a little pull, wash, back and forth with the towel, wash. If you are uncut, you want to literally if you are uncut, you have to bathe every day. Okay, I'm not gonna go through that right now, but you have to. Okay, if you're not, okay, if it sits inside all in something, you have to every day. It's not a okay. Uncle and I'm just trying to be real with you. Okay, so if that's so you want to pull back any all skin and just because it's a classic I teach on it. It's different, but it's a must. Okay, for hygiene, things like that. And then you can't wear cotton drawers neither. It's just not good. Stuff like that. But I'll go another day. But you do want to pull it back. You do want to pull that skin back and wash specifically. Okay. So when you get done with that middle area, everything is good, and you're done enough. Feel like you're assaulting yourself, but hey, it's for the better of man, okay? Better of you too, because females like, oh my god, he smells so good, okay? This one, because this I'm saying this why, okay? Your legs is done now. So now you want to rinse your towel back off good. Get you some more soap. You know, I don't you go back. I don't go back to my Irish. When I go, I don't go back to my Irish. I just go back to my liquid. And do your feet. Wash in between your toes. Please wash in between your toes. It's important. Um, your nerves in your body. Your nerves start here. Your nerves end at the bottom of your feet. So you want to make sure. Okay, you want to make sure if you do nothing else, you want to wash the bottom of your feet. So as you wash the bottom of your feet, wash in between your feet. You know, you don't have to go. Let me tell you. Y'all little girlfriends go. Sometimes go get your feet did once a month. If your girlfriend think it's gay for you, get your feet did and get a pedicure. She dumb. Don't date her. Okay. Go get your feet clean. Because you being mixed, especially in sports. Go get your all. You sometimes I've seen young men to the point where they are embarrassed to take off their socks. It is not anything funny. People are like, well, you remember, and it's like, no, because they haven't been taught feet health. You know what I'm saying? Like, foot health. You know what I'm saying? They ain't been taught foot health. So, wash your feet. There's nothing wrong with that. Wash your feet. And then if you do have like strong feet or strong skin and stuff like that on your feet, it's okay. Make sure your nails are cut. The cheapest way, not the cheapest way, go get your feet did if you can get your feet did. Or get on Groupon and get you like a pedicure. Um, a pedicure discount thing. But what you do is wash your feet. Now you wash your feet really, really good, much as you can. So then you want to rinse off. Okay, we're gonna rinse off. We're good to go. Thank God with that. And that's probably took about 10, 12 minutes of your day. You're done. Get out, wipe off, dry off. You want to keep you if you're dark skin like me, keep you a good jar of Vaseline. Keep you some cocoa butter lotion, stuff like that to keep you, and moisturize your skin. Please moisturize skin. Some of the pretty boys know, but moisturize skin, it's a good thing for you. Moisturize skin because even if you don't want to get your hair cut and you want to sit around be in your fleece all day long or your hoodie playing the game, that's fine. But people can tell that you look dirty when you online too. You know, you can tell when you say clean kid or you say dirty kid. You so deep in the game. These are things that people, when they go throwing shots, they don't hurt your feelings. You know. So yeah, like but oil yourself down, moisturize, now they put your clothes on good. There you go, keep some clean drawers on. Now what you do is with your feet when you get done moisturizing, Vaseline, elbows, and all this too. Okay. Even yeah, everywhere, moisturize. With your feet, you're gonna put an extra coat of that grease in your hand and wipe it down. You're gonna rub your feet real good and coat it while your feet kind of damp. Coat your feet in all that good Vaseline, real good. Some good old school petroleum jelly, whatever. You got cocoa butter, good, and put on your feet. Then put you some thick socks on, especially the winter time. Doing right now, put some good thick socks on. And if you take a shower at least every other day or every day, and you're doing it, their skin gonna start to fall off your feet. Okay, slowly but surely, it's gonna fall your feet gonna start to look better slowly. Okay, so those just habits of I want you to do. Make sure, and like I said, wash your clothes. You don't want to if you been in your clothes 2 days, take them off. Don't go and turn your friend. Your friends ain't your friends these days. They go back and they talk bad about your ass because you ain't together, and they ain't gonna tell you the truth. So Uncle just wanted to go over a little hygiene because I've been seeing some of y'all be funky. And then after that, you take this right here. You could take the rag and you throw in dirty clothes. Or either you go and you clean your room up and you wipe it, use for a duster, and then throw it in the wash it with bleach with all the whites. That's another day. Anyway, I love you so much. I just want you to do better. I want you to be the best you can be. Be all you can be. It's not about what we can do for you, but what you can do for yourself. And it starts with you at home and the piece that is washing your ass. So I love you. Anyway, I'm gonna get offline so I can reset. But yeah, this hygiene thing. So yeah, y'all get to go back into this hygiene, okay? And the thing is, it's not people try to make it. I mean, I do shit that's funny. I ain't because I'm crazy. But at the same time, like seriously, we have to keep in contact. Like everybody ain't like you. Everybody don't come from your word. Everybody ain't. There's nothing wrong with giving people key points on how to make sure they keep themselves clean. You got to shower also when you get done. Then you put on like body oil or your cologne, and you will notice after you do that when you go somewhere people to stop you for they be like because your skin has now been relieved of all, and it can soak in like it's a nuance, so you smell even way better. And girls like that. Okay, men love that. Whoever y'all are, just general in a sense. Okay, and it's good for you too. You know what I'm saying? Make you feel better, especially when you're depressed. Get your ass up and take a shower. Be the best start of your day. It'll kind of at least it relieve you. You know. But anyway, that was my little spill on that. I'm gonna go and change out and do some different things. But yeah, hygiene, hygiene, hygiene. And it's a part of like loving yourself. Okay, don't come tell me uncle. Don't come tell uncle you love yourself and you ain't washing your ass like you're supposed to. Okay, we all been there, but somebody gotta say something, especially young people. So anyway, bye. I'll be back. I gotta go chop this.